Stop. If you're watching this right now feeling stuck, broke, or unfulfilled, it's not your fault. But what I'm about to tell you might hurt. My name is Chris, and I spent 7 years grinding harder than anyone I knew, waking up at 5 a.m., reading all the books, watching all the motivational videos, and I had absolutely nothing to show for it. I was still living paycheck to paycheck, still watching everyone around me level up while I stayed stuck, still wondering, what am I missing? And then something clicked. One single shift in how I thought about success, and everything changed. Within 90 days, my entire life looked different. By the end of this video, you're going to understand what 99% of people are doing that keeps them trapped in mediocrity. And more importantly, you'll know exactly what to do instead. But first, drop a comment right now. What's the one thing holding you back from the life you want? I'm reading every single one. Here's the brutal truth that nobody wants to hear. Most people aren't failing because they're lazy. They're failing because they're doing the right things, but in the wrong order. Think about it. You've probably been told, work harder than everyone else, stay consistent, believe in yourself, never give up. And you did all that. You worked your tail off. You stayed consistent. You believed. But you're still stuck. Why? Because there's a secret step that comes before all of that. A step that successful people figured out but never talk about. And I'm going to show you exactly what it is. Let me take you back to 2018. I was 23 years old, working a job I hated, coming home exhausted every single day. I watch YouTube videos just like this one, telling me to hustle harder and grind it out. So that's what I did. I got up earlier. I stayed up later. I sacrificed weekends, friendships, sleep. And you know what happened? Burnout, depression, zero results. I remember sitting in my car one day, just broken, thinking, is this it? Is this all my life is going to be? And that's when I discovered something that the success gurus don't tell you. The people at the top, they're not working harder than you. In fact, most of them work less. They figured out something critical. Success isn't about effort. It's about direction. You can run at full speed for 10 years, but if you're running in the wrong direction, you'll just end up 10 years away from where you want to be. So, what's the right direction? And more importantly, how do you find it? That's what changed everything for me. And I'm about to break it down in the simplest way possible. Listen carefully. What I'm about to share with you is worth more than any course, any program, any book. Before you can succeed at anything, you need to answer these 3 questions with brutal honesty. Question 1. What do I actually want? Not what your parents want. Not what society says you should want. What do you want? Most people never answer this. They chase money, status, or success, but they never defined what those words even mean to them. Write it down, right now. Pause this video if you have to. What do you actually want? Question 2. What am I willing to sacrifice for it? Here's where people lie to themselves. They say they want financial freedom, but they're not willing to sacrifice Netflix and comfort for a year. Success has a price. What are you actually willing to pay? Because if you're not willing to pay it, you don't really want it. Question 3. What's the fastest path from where I am to where I want to be? Not the easiest, not the most popular, the fastest. Most people fail because they take the long, scenic route when there's a highway right in front of them. Find someone who's already where you want to be. Study them, model them, ask them, cut years off your journey. When I finally sat down and answered these 3 questions honestly, everything shifted. I realized I'd been chasing the idea of success, not actual success. I'd been willing to work hard, but not willing to sacrifice the things that were actually holding me back. And I'd been taking advice from people who weren't even where I wanted to be. Within 30 days of getting clear on these 3 things, I made more progress than I had in the previous 7 years. Not because I worked harder, because I worked on the right things, in the right order, with the right guidance. And that's when the momentum started. But here's what nobody tells you about success. It's not a straight line. Even after I figured this out, I hit obstacles. I had setbacks. I wanted to quit. The difference? I had clarity. I knew where I was going. I knew what I was willing to sacrifice, and I knew the path. So when things got hard, and they will get hard, I didn't question whether I should keep going. I just adjusted how I was going. That's the mindset shift that separates the 1% from everyone else. The 99% quit when it gets hard because they were never clear on why they started. The 1% keep going because they answered those 3 questions before they began. All right, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually do this? Let me give you the exact process I use. Step 1, the clarity session. Block out 2 hours. No distractions, no phone. Just you, a notebook, and complete honesty. Write down your answers to those 3 questions. Don't overthink it. Write what's true, not what sounds good. Step 2, the reality check. Look at your current daily routine. Does it reflect someone who wants what you say you want? If you want financial freedom, but you're spending 3 hours a day on social media, there's a disconnect. Cut out everything that doesn't serve your goal. I'm serious. Everything. Step 3, the 90-day sprint. Give yourself 90 days of pure focus on your fastest path. No side quests, no distractions. Just the one thing that will move you closest to your goal. Track your progress daily. Adjust weekly. Don't stop until the 90 days are up. I promise you, if you do this, you'll be unrecognizable in 3 months. Now, some of you are thinking, but I don't have time for this. I have responsibilities, bills to pay, kids to take care of. I hear you. I've been there. But let me ask you something. How's what you're currently doing working out? If you keep doing what you're doing right now, where will you be in 5 years? Honest answer. Because here's the thing. You can make excuses or you can make progress, but you can't do both. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's worth it. And if you're still watching right now, that tells me you're different. You're someone who's ready to actually change. So, hit that like button if you're committed to doing this, because that small action, that commitment, is the first step. Since I made this shift, my life has completely transformed. I went from working a dead-end job to building multiple income streams, from feeling stuck to having complete freedom over my time, from doubting myself every day to knowing exactly where I'm going. And it started with those 3 simple questions. I am not special. I don't have some secret advantage. I just stopped lying to myself and got ruthlessly clear on what I wanted and what I was willing to do to get it. If I can do it, you absolutely can too. But you have to start today, right now. So, here's what I want you to do after this video. First, go grab a notebook and answer those 3 clarity questions. Don't skip this. Your future self will thank you. Second, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I'm going to be breaking down exactly how to execute your 90-day transformation. The strategies, the mindset, the daily actions, everything. Third, watch this video next, where I break down the biggest mistakes people make in their first 30 days and how to avoid them. But before you go, I need you to comment, "I'm in," just those 2 words. Because when you declare it publicly, you're 10 times more likely to follow through. Drop it in the comments right now. "I'm in." Look, I don't know where you are in your journey right now. Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you've been grinding for years with nothing to show for it. Maybe you're on the edge of giving up. But I want you to know something. You're capable of way more than you think. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is clarity. Get clear. Take action. Don't stop. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. I'll see you in the next video. Now go get after it. Remember, clarity first, action second. Let's go!